MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the New York Mets and the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Anthony DeSclafani will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, in a day and age where runs are scored at an alarming rate, this guy's been pretty rock solid. Last 3 starts, ERA under 2.00. Not an easy thing to do, and you'll know if he's on early. If he's good and on point in the first inning, that usually means he's going to be rock solid throughout the rest of the game. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. And we are set for baseball here this evening. First of 3 is underway on this Tuesday night as the opening pitch is taken for ball 1. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. And he fouls this one off. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Now this guy's a grinder, fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
Swing and a foul tip, but that's held onto behind the plate. It's a strikeout for out number 1.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
1-0 the count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a liner, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
Batting third, the second baseman.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. Who stands out to you, Danny?
You know, there's no doubt this club really needs Kevin Kiermaier to turn it around. You know how bad he was last month? He hit 200 on the nose. Not a lot of guys can stay in the lineup when they're struggling this bad, so we're hoping to see that he can figure this thing out soon.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
And there's ball 2 now.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Hard hit at third. Right to him. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. Now it'll be the Reds' turn. No score. Jacob deGrom. A right-hander from Florida gets the ball as the starter here. What's your take on him, Dan?
This will be interesting. This guy won the NL Cy Young Award last year. He's a solid pitcher, Matt. And one of the things he does, he throws the ball into the strike zone, and he's not afraid of contact. Solid pitcher.
Nick Castellanos now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Reds, the left fielder, Nick.
And the pitch.
Castellanos.
Come on, one strike.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Your eyes light up from the offensive side playing in a hitter's park like this. Have to get the ball up to do some damage. I'm not mad at that tape.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This is hit softly to third. And this will be no problem over at third, and there's the first out.
Batting second, the center fielder, Jesse Winker.
So the base is empty here with one away, and next to bat will be Jesse Winker. First pitch coming. Here it is. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Red center fielder in front with a 2-0 count.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone. This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. Two great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Outside part of the plate, the changeup is in there.
Everything this guy throws is hard. That changeup he throws is in the high 80s to go along with that good heater.
And this is popped up near second base. And he'll put this away for the second out.
Batting third, the first baseman, Joey Votto.
In now for the Reds, Joey Votto. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Pitch on the way. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. A 1-1 count to the Reds' first baseman.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Saw his eyes light up that time, but he swung at a bad one there. 2-2 now with 2 gone here in the home half of the first. Here it comes. Fastball, and it's strike 3 called. Oh, that looked inside, but instead it's the 3rd out of the inning. Reds are down in order. Still no score. So here's Pete Alonso. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
He's had some success so far, but he's going to need to continue to throw strikes early on in the zone because the more they see this guy, sooner or later they're going to figure him out.
There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Slider laid off for a ball. Misses, ball 2. There's a shot to left field and deep into the upper deck and gone. A solo shot here to left. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did. At the plate, Michael Conforto.
The right fielder, number 30.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He'll step in here at 275. 16 homers and an even 50 RBIs. Now the 1-0.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive, not being very aggressive right now.
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. There's a shot out to right center field. Around first, digging for two. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. J.D. Davis the next to bat. And he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. He's set. Here it comes. The 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, I'll tell you, if he wants to turn things around, that pitch is one he's going to have to start locating a lot better.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Called strike 2 as he locks him up there. Here now the 2-2.
3-2.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
Fouled away. Oh, they think they may have gotten him again. This one's hit deep to left field, and for the second time in the inning, the gopher ball will come back to bite him. It's a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
Ready now, Wilson Ramos. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season.
Ramos.
First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes to Ramos.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
3 runs already home here. 2 balls and a strike.
Ooh, that's a good pitch to take a hack at right there. Change up in the zone. He'd like to have that one back.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Castellanos arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
The left fielder, Jarrett Parker.
Next up for New York, Jarrett Parker. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Parker, the former Angel, he was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a 1-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off season.
The 2-0 on the way. He is looked at for the first strike.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Swung on and missed. That strike 2. Still only 1 out in the inning. The 2-2 one more time. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as the offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Here's a pop-up now. A payoff pitch one more time. And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3-2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4.
And I'm pretty sure he thought that was a strike. He's thinking, what do I have to do? Put a bow on it? Walk it down and put it in the catcher's glove by myself? I think it got called a little outside, so he has to put it behind him now.
The pitcher, Jacob deGrom, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
No, that's the ball. 1 ball, no strike.
The 1-0. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. Galvis. Relay to Votto's in time at first, and it's a double play. Side retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Ready now for Cincinnati, Eugenio Suarez. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And that misses for ball 1.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely spotted fastball down in the zone.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. The pitch. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
I really liked that he gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
Standing in now, Mike Moustakas. As he'll take a look at ball one. DeGrom, a native Floridian. He was a 9th-round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And no one will get this one. 1 out, nobody on. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2.
I know he fouled that pitch off right there, but he was definitely out in front. He was cheating to a heater, no question about it.
Turned on down the line, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And he'll find a way to get a piece of that one to stay alive. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
So stepping in, Aristides Aquino. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Now the pitch. And a foul tip held onto here at strike 1.
Woo, not a spot you expect a curveball. He's lucky he missed because that's the kind of pitch that gets hit out of the ballpark.
And a swing through on an off-speed pitch. Looked like he was actually a little late on that one.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. They trail it here 3-0. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the 3rd. Heidi?
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Standing in, Ahmed Rosario. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Now the pitch. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Here it comes.
Oh. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit hard on the ground to third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
The center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
So one man gone for the Mets in the third, and that means Kevin Kiermaier will hit next. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. One out, nobody on. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And he had two on his mind, and that's what he'll get as he's in at second base with a one-out double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might curve foul, but he manages to squeak it just inside the right field line for a well-hit line drive double. By the time the right fielder tracked it down, he was easily into second.
So here's Jeff McNeil as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Your idea of working a count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Gotta find a way to grind.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And oh, this one's by him to the backstop. And over to third now is the runner.
As a former pitcher, I can tell you sometimes you're just going to have games that get away from you. He's been struggling all outing long, and that wild pitch puts a little salt into the wound. He just hasn't had it in this one.
Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Kiermaier takes his lead at third with 1 away. Fastball well outside. Here now the 2-2. Clips the inside corner for strike 3.
That strikeout changes the whole complexion of the inning. He was definitely pitching for it with a runner on third and 1 out, and he got it. Now it's going to take a hit or something like a wild pitch to get that guy home.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. 2 outs here with a runner at third. He ties him up with a fastball inside. 1-2.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. At the plate, Freddie Galvis. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Now here's the pitch.
No ball. 1 strike.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. In previous duels with DeGrom, he's collected 11 hits in 34 tries. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
The 1-2. Swing and a liner. And the Reds have their first hit of the game.
Take a look at this again in slow motion. He tracks this thing all the way, gets his hands quickly through the zone, and just rips it down the left field line, just how they draw it up.
Now to the plate, Tucker Barnhart. He enters play hitting down in the 240s for the year. From the stretch. A runner at first with no outs here. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
3-0 now.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
As a look, now the pitch. 3-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Comes back with a dandy of a curveball there, and it's a full count, 3-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
Into the box now, Anthony DeSclafani. And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. To second for 1. The relay on to first, the double play, and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. All set for the start of the 4th. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch on its way.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
1-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Here it comes. Pulled toward right center field. Winker is camped under this one, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting.
So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And boy, you can see it there. A couple of power arms out there as both of these guys are working in the high 90s. Striding in once again, J.D. Davis. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 4th, and next is the catcher Wilson Ramos. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and the inning continues. Didn't waste any time. Liked the first pitch he saw to keep the inning going.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Oh, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They could put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 6 home runs and 14 driven in. Two balls and no strikes.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Now the 2-0. Now a pitch swung on and hit to the left side, but this is going to find the seats, a foul ball.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
3-1 to the Mets left fielder. And a great location that time on the corner. 3-2 now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him. Mets strand 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. So it's back to the top of the order now, and the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Oh, 1-0. Oh.
2-0 count. The pitch.
3 balls.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
Digging in, Jesse Winker. First pitch on its way, and that misses. Ball 1. Two and 0.
He's certainly searching out there on the mound. 5 straight balls in a row. You have to take a strike as a hitter right here.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. There's a strike. It's 2-1. From the stretch. He stays alive, still 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
The next 3-2. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Kiermaier is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Well, we just witnessed a really nice running grab in the outfield, worthy of another look with show track. Had to go a long way, 115 feet according to the data, and of course the route was top-notch as well. In is Joey Votto now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In the dirt here. And boy, he didn't quite know what to do on that one, but he's lucky to barely get back at first. The 1-0.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
At the plate now, Eugenio Suarez. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Drilled right back up the middle. Reined in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Reds leave 1. Still down 3-0. So here's the Mets pitcher, Jacob deGrom. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Jacob deGrom.
First offering on its way. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Ball 1.
1-1.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Castellanos is there, and he has it for the out.
The batter, number 1, shortstop Ahmed Rosario.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and up next will be the shortstop Ahmed Rosario. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball just missed above the zone. Slider laid off for a ball.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Aquino is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
The batter, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
So here's Kevin Kiermaier. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Hits this one hard the other way. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And the recovery will not be in time at first, and the inning will continue following the infield single.
Number 6.
Into the box, Jeff McNeil, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. No hits to this point. 0-1 count and the pitch. Pitch inside. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Has a look, now the pitch.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
The 2-2. Hard on the ground toward short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Mets 3 and the Reds nothing. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds offense with their manager between innings, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs, so the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Ready for another chance? Mike Moustakas. He leads off from the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Moustakas, or just Moose for short. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment. Even 1-1 count to Moustakas.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up one hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Ball 2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
To the plate now, Aristides Aquino, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 2-0 now.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
The 2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. Now here's the pitch. He loses him on ball 4.
Now batting, not shortstop,
So a runner on first with one out now. And up next, the former Philly shortstop Freddie Galvis. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball one.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
Swung on and missed. 1-1.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They are getting shut out in the fifth inning, but that's exactly why they're getting shut out. You need to keyhole and stay on the attack and make this pitcher come in the middle of the plate.
On the ground up the middle, and that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Stepping in now, Tucker Barnhart, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. One and one to Tucker Barnhart. Barnhart stands just shy of 6 feet at 5'11" and bats from both sides of the plate. He was taken in the 10th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
The 2-1 home is strike two swinging. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. And he doesn't get much on the swing here as this is pulled down the first base line. And that's a fair ball as it's through into right field. And they are on the board as the run scores from second to narrow the gap to 3-1 now. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Mark Payton will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 34. Mark Payton.
Ball one. One run on 3 hits and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Fielded cleanly. And that one got a piece of him.
This is a perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch, too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
Back to the top of the Reds lineup now, and stepping in, Nicholas Castellanos, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here's the first pitch to him.
This is a situation where you have to step out of the box and tell yourself, my job is to get the runner in from third. It'd be nice to gap one and get them both in, but you want to take a little pressure off you offensively and just focus on being productive.
Line toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit. In to score the runner from third. And they'll put the brakes on the runner at third, so the bases will remain loaded here with still only one away. At the plate, Jesse Winker, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Ripped down the first base line, but this will get foul. 2-1. Winker in front, 3 balls and a strike.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. And the count will be full. Has to challenge him now. Here's the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as that ties our ball game at 3-3.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
So up steps the former MVP, Joey Votto. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. Comes set, the 0-1.
Now for 4 innings, he was great. But here in the 5th, he looks like a completely different guy out there. That happens a lot when a pitcher is facing batters for the 2nd or 3rd time in a game.
Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. 2 down, runners at 1st and 2nd. Swing and a little blooper to center. Kiermaier coming on, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And to score, the runner from 2nd.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Standing in now, Eugenio Suarez, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. He's set, the 0-1. Four runs here in this half inning. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Tyler Mahle takes over to start the 6th inning on the
Now
mound.
pitching for the Reds, number 30, Tyler Mahle.
Pete Alonso will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning. We flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling.
You know what I'm reaching for. Shot my three, who's keeping score? Too late anymore. 1 mile to
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ball 1. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Now the 2-1.
That's the ball.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch.
Okay.
Swung on and missed 3-2.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
The right fielder.
Ready for another shot now. Michael Conforto is working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First offering on its way.
Oh. 1-0.
The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. The 1-1 home.
Oh. 2 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike.
J.D. Davis waits on deck. The 3-1. Line drive, base hit to right.
Dan, I know you fight as an offensive player to get in a 3-1 count. What's the tension level on the mound throwing this guy a 3-1 beater?
That's one of the things you don't want to do. You have a game plan when you go into this, and the game plan normally is get ahead with strike 1 and make hitters expand the zone. 3-1, not a good time to throw a fastball.
In now, J.D. Davis. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Line drive to left. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. To second for 1. Relay to Votto's in time at first, and it's a double play. Side retired. So they pick up no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. Reds out in front, 4-3. Robert Gesellman enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 65, Robert Gesellman.
Stepping into the box, Mike Moustakas. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
Second baseman, Mike Moustakas.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
1-2.
And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Into the box now, Aristides Aquino. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the 1-0. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Ready. Go,
Into the box, Freddie Galvis. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. (4-3) our score here as we play inning number 6. This is in the air out to right field. Conforto is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The batter, the catcher, Tucker.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and next to bat will be Tucker Barnhart. He's set, and the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike. Throw over to the bag, and he'll be back in standing up. Now the 0-2 pitch. And this one's in the dirt. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. 2 out with the man at first. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. 1 left for Cincinnati, and it remains a 4-3 game. Digging in once again, Jarrett Parker. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. A little bit outside. 2-1. Pitch on the way. Little chopper back to the mound. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, the pitcher, Robert. Cincinnati.
Robinson Cano will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
24, Robinson Cano.
Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. He'll come in here at 259. 6 home runs, 18 driven in. He pulls this one into right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, this is where the manager makes his money right there. Nice at bat. Now it's a question of whether or not he pinch runs. Dan, as a pitcher, did it make you a little nervous when a guy had jets on the base paths?
Oh, no doubt about it. This is a very difficult spot. You're one hit away from getting right back into this game and tying this game up. You're going to have to really think about putting somebody on first that might be able to score on a ball in a gap.
Ahmed Rosario is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. Swinging a soft liner, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Amir Garrett will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Kurt Casale is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
And batting 9, number 12, Kurt Casale.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that means Kevin Kiermaier will hit next. He's set. Here it comes. Now the 0-1. We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
From the stretch. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
So striding in, Jeff McNeil. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery to third. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. Cincinnati bullpen does its job. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Reds 4 and the Mets 3. Jerry Familia will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far.
Jerry Familia.
Settling in now, number 12. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. From the stretch. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
The pitch. Nope. 3-0.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Here's the 3-2, and it's fouled away. And another foul ball. Another payoff pitch, and that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. He enters this at bat 1 for 2 with a walk. Here comes the first pitch. A runner at first with no outs here. Runner goes for second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. He's right on time for Ramos to be credited with a caught stealing.
Well, they've got a small lead, and they're pushing to add to it by being aggressive on the base pass. But as a manager, you just hope you're not giving up outs that you wish you could have had back.
The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Let's take a look at the sequence here again. The first 3 pitches, all 3 down in the zone. So now you've got a guy that's thinking something down around the knees. He's conditioned to kind of look down there. That's when you mix it up and put it by him at the letters.
Stepping in now, Jesse Winker. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. On its way, the 0-2 pitch.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
The 1-2. And a sinker called strike 3 as he's rung up and the side is retired. None left for Cincinnati, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Matt Bowman has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 67, Matt.
All set for the start of the inning, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by one. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
In there, strike one. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. High in the air out to center field. Winker has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
The right fielder.
Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our two starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line, as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. Now at the plate, Michael Conforto. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
One of my favorite pitches in the game right there. The old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
1-1 strike to count. 1-1. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. 4-3 our score here as we play the 8th. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
At the plate now, J.D. Davis, as he'll fall behind here as he goes after a fastball that might have been out of the zone. It's strike one. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. One ball and 2 strikes to count.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Looking up is the center fielder. To the track, to the wall. And as Mets fans have heard before, that ball's out of here. So a solo shot here to left center field. And just like that, this ball game is all tied. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
D-Rose, some days the fellows walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, well, there's a saying going around the dugout right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants a chance to get into that batter's box.
And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Two and 1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
From the windup, the 2-1 pitch. 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. Heading out towards shallow right. Aquino will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. But the Mets are able to square things up on this solo home run. Bottom of the 8th coming up, and we are tied 4-4. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Justin Wilson will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup following the double switch. Tomas Nido will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Stepping in, Joey Votto. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball 2. Wilson is among a dying breed, those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. The 2-0. Fouled off. Now the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Wow, he was willing that thing to get out of here. Would have given them the lead right here late in the game, but it ends up hitting off the wall, and he heads into second with an extra base hit. We'll see if the next man up can come through with a clutch here.
Into the box now, Eugenio Suarez, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. First delivery to him on the way.
This has to be a productive at-bat right here. I know you want to drive the run in and get the RBI, but you have to find a way, bare minimum, to move this runner over to third.
Cut fastball, and it's by him 1-1.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. Into the corner and slicing foul. He's set. Here's the 2-2. This one's down to third. Speared on the dive. Got him.
Oh, that's just an excellent play that time. Super high degree of difficulty on that one. And as an added bonus, not only does he get the out at first, but he also keeps that runner stationed on second base.
Striding in, Mike Moustakas. It's his job to get something into the outfield and give that go-ahead run a chance to score from second. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count your favor 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
From the belt, kicks and deals.
That's in. Ball 2.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
3-0. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Back on it is the left fielder, and that baby's gone. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left, and it's now 6-4. At the plate, Aristides Aquino. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
One strike.
Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
In now, Freddie Galvis, standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. The 0-1. Swing and a liner. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night. And if you're wondering just who remains on the Cincinnati bench should they think about making a move, there you get a look at him right there. Philip Irvin will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 6, Philip Irvin.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Conforto is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the Reds do push across a couple on this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Metropolitans. It's a 2-run lead now. It's 6-4. Michael Lorenzen takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 21, Michael Lorenzen.
Set to start the 9th in this one, and digging in is the outfielder Jarrett Parker.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
The Mets find themselves losing in the late innings. What are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Pitch on the way. Edge of the zone that time, taken and ruled a strike. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you see there, he sits in 4th place in that department in the National League. Stepping up to the plate, Tomas Nido. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a slider up and in for ball 1. 1-0. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Lorenzen, a right-hander standing 6'3". He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick. You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. Swing and oh my, hit him with the high and out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo shot here to left. And this will make things interesting at this point. It's now a 6-5 game. Into the box now, Ahmed Rosario. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Line to the right side. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
That's the only way to combat a nasty cutter. You have to find a way to fight and stay inside that baseball and drive it the other way.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. In there, now the throw. And not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. Well, that stolen base was about as bang-bang as they come, and his show track demonstrates to us right here it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Ready with the 0-1. And that one cut a little too much, a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. 1-run game here in the top of the ninth. Fouled away. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
So now to the plate, Jeff McNeil, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making them work for this one.
One and 0. Here it is. Good cut fastball in there. 1-1. 1-1 the pitch. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Pitch is popped up, and oh, this one drops. Now this crowd right around 35,000 strong on their feet. Now a swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. Makes the catch, and the Reds make it 6 straight victories now as this one is over.
You can just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row, and this looks like a train that's not about to slow down anytime soon.
And tonight's one-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. The Reds came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Matt Bowman earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Michael Lorenzen earns the save out of the bullpen, his 29th of the year. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Mets, 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 25 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.